The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is coming early next year, and as anticipation continues to mount, there have been many leaks and rumors surrounding the features. Here's everything you need to know about it. For years now, Samsung has been having a tradition of launching their flagship S series within the first quarter of the year. The S23 lineup, for instance, arrived in February 2023. We would have expected a February launch for the S24 series, but apparently it's coming a little bit earlier in January. Rumor has it that this decision might be a response to the success of Apple's recently released iPhone 15 series. And just like its predecessor, the launch event is expected to take place in San Francisco. Now when it comes to the overall look of the phone, we shouldn't expect anything extremely different. It seems like Samsung has found a design formula that works and is sticking to it. However, that doesn't mean that there are no design tweaks. One change involves the materials that Samsung will use. On previous flagships for a long time, Samsung has been using an aluminum frame, but it seems that they'll be taking a page out of Apple's playbook and also introduce a titanium frame. This is probably because titanium is more durable and weighs lighter than aluminum. But being honest, in the practical day-to-day usage, you will not notice a dramatic difference in the weight or durability. But with that being said, the S24 Ultra will be a little bit lighter than the S23 Ultra. Another design tweak to look forward to is the frame of the phone. While it's expected to maintain a mostly flat frame, there will be some slight curvature at the edges, so it's not going to be completely flat, but will still give you that more premium feel. Now for the past couple of years, Samsung's top phones have all been about that curved display. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is rumored to make a significant change and revert back to a flat display. While curved displays objectively look better, flat displays are usually more practical and many users prefer that. The bezels are also set up to be thinner than those on the S23 Ultra and will also be symmetrical, giving it an excellent look. When it comes to the screen size, the last few Ultra models have all featured a 6.8-inch panel, and we'd expect Samsung to stick with that same size display for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The display brightness, however, is set to receive a major upgrade. We anticipate it to reach a peak brightness of a staggering 2500 nits. To put this into perspective, the S23 Ultra was rated for a peak brightness of 1750 nits, so it will be outshined by a whole 750 nits. This also means that the S24 Ultra will join 3 or 4 other phones for having the brightest display on smartphones ever. The biggest display change could be its refresh rate. Since the Galaxy S20 Ultra, Samsung has equipped its Ultra models with a 120Hz refresh rate. However, the S24 Ultra could increase its maximum refresh rate to a whole 144Hz. This is a significant leap and could contribute more to its gaming capabilities. All other phones with a 144Hz refresh rate out there are dedicated gaming phones, so this is quite a big thing. Samsung will have to improve on the battery life too so as to maintain that. One big camera change to the Ultra model that came early this year was the S23 Ultra introducing a 200 megapixel main sensor, up from the 108 megapixel from the S22 Ultra. We expect the 200 megapixels to remain in the S24 Ultra, but the size of the sensor is set to increase to 1 inch, just like many competitors like the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, Oppo Find X6 Pro, and Vivo X90 Pro Plus. This larger sensor equips the S24 Ultra with the ability to capture an even greater amount of light, an advantage for delivering superior image quality, particularly in low light conditions. The increased sensor size also allows for larger pixels, ensuring that each pixel can capture more light, resulting in sharper, more detailed photos. One notable change comes to the telephoto lenses. The S23 Ultra featured a pair of 10 megapixel cameras with a 3x and 10x optical zoom capabilities. In contrast, the S24 Ultra may drop the 10 megapixel 10x optical zoom camera and opt for a 50 megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Now whether it will be better is up to debate, because despite the increase on the number of megapixels, the range of optical zoom is lower. We'll have to wait and see. Moreover, the S24 Ultra is rumored to include hybrid zoom technology that allows users to seamlessly switch between 3x and 10x optical zoom. This removes the need for cropping pixels when adjusting the magnification level, promising a more versatile and convenient photography experience. Another camera change is better video recording in the camera system. With the previous Samsung models, you couldn't switch between the different camera modes while recording videos at 4K at 60 fps, it was only limited to 30 FPS setting. In the S24 Ultra, you'll be able to switch between the cameras in the middle of recording the video at 4K at 60 frames per second. Apple also recently did that in the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. When it comes to performance, it goes without saying that the Galaxy S24 Ultra will come with the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset. Its predecessor, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, delivered exceptional performance, often going head-to-head with the S17 Pro from Apple. Early benchmark tests of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 have already raised eyebrows in the graphics department. It outpaces the formidable S17 Pro from the iPhone 15 Pro Max in graphics tests. In CPU benchmark tests, it's a bit of a back and forth. The S17 Pro still takes the lead in single-core performance, but when it comes to multi-core tests, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 surges ahead, beating the S17 Pro. Now I know that benchmark tests don't give the full picture, but based on these results, you can pretty much gauge where the phone's performance will be. The 8 Gen 3 is also built on a 3nm process, making it more efficient than its predecessor. However, leaks say that Samsung may also bring back the less popular Exynos chipset to their flagship phones, and as expected, people are not taking that news well. In previous Samsung flagships, Samsung brought both a Snapdragon chipset and an Exynos chipset depending on the region, and always, the Snapdragon version outperformed the Exynos version. With this year's S23 series, Samsung decided to bring a Snapdragon chipset on all their phones, and everyone was happy with that decision. Leaked information suggests that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 may be reserved for the US and South Korean markets, while the rest of the world could receive the Exynos 2400 chipset. Early Exynos 2400 benchmarks appear promising, showing strong multi-core results on Geekbench, although they may still fall short of the newer S17 Pro and Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip performance. Alternatively, it could be that the Galaxy S24 Ultra uses a Snapdragon chip worldwide, while the basic S24 and S24 Plus chips depend on where you come from. All this is based on hearsay, and you can't really verify the information until the launch date, so you'll have to play the waiting game. One more important thing about the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset is that it will also be optimized for generative AI like ChatGPT, giving Google's latest Tensor G3 chipset a run for their money. A related performance rumor also claims that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 will support UFS 4.1 storage, and this will basically be the fastest smartphone storage, so it will be another win. For multitasking, the S24 Ultra is expected to offer up to 16GB of RAM, with options of 12GB or 16GB, providing an upgrade over the 8GB or 12GB configurations available in the S23 Ultra. This generous RAM capacity guarantees an exceptional levels of performance and responsiveness, even when handling the most demanding tasks. Finally, when it comes to battery, one rumor claims that Samsung could add a new stacked battery system in the S24 Ultra, promising a substantial boost in battery performance and charging capabilities. The idea here is that a stacked battery offers a higher energy density, which means more power packed into the same physical space. So despite the battery maintaining 5000 mAh capacity like its predecessors, it will be able to be longer lasting. Now we are in 2023, where almost all flagship phones have already great battery life. An addition will only make the phone better and more useful, which is a win for us. The maximum charging speed will also be increased from 45 watts to 65 watts, which is 50% faster. The 65-watt charging will put Samsung into the big leagues with other phones that have super fast charging. Thanks for watching. I'm Milan and this is Fuzitech. Subscribe.